All right, y'all. So we back again with another Sunday market review video. It is currently 9:59 a.m. August 9th, 2026. So let's get right into this market review. Today we're gonna start it market overview. Excuse me. So today we're gonna start it with gold. Usually starting with NQ, but today we're gonna start off with gold, and then we're gonna move down, and we're gonna finish with NQ, and then we also gonna look at the DXY, the dollar index. I do observe other pairs, other currency pairs, even though I trade futures. Because with futures market, you can still trade like uh euro dollar, pound dollar, uh yen dollar, shit like that. But today we're gonna start off with gold, and we start trading higher, and immediately what I see immediately on this daily chart, I want to see this level get hit. And it's all predicated too on Sunday's open. Last week Sunday we had like gaps higher and gaps lower. So this is predicated on how we open on Sunday or later on today at 6 or 7. I think we open at 6 on Sundays. So immediately I see these highs get reached for. So let's see how far we are. Mind you, it's all, like I said, predicated on the open. So right now we're about 600 ticks away, and we just have to wait and see what we do. I also see this fair value gap that was formed. Let's see how we look on a weekly. Gotta be mindful too. So this is an inversion. So this is what we're trading above right now currently. So I do expect these highs to be taken. And let's see if we're gonna get some type of 50% is down here. Like I said, this is all predicated on how we open on Sunday or later on today. If we start trading lower, this 50% will be an ideal entry for us to go long. Let's see how the week opens and how we start playing out for the week. But we want to be mindful of higher prices. So let's just be mindful of that. We have few gaps that were left. So ideally, I would want to see us trade lower to start the week. How low do we go? Who knows? But that's something I would want to see. And if we don't get that, then we'll take any like PD arrays going higher. I feel like that's something I would want to see. And let's just say we just shoot higher, then I would potentially look for shorts down to this level, potentially. All of this is if then scenarios, honestly. Let's see how we look on silver. Similar price action on silver. We respected this fair value gap. From the small fair value gap here, we already took out this buy side on the daily. So we have to be mindful what one pair does. We have to be mindful what the other pair is doing also. So with silver, we might potentially see the lower prices first, then go higher. But let's mark out some levels I would be interested in. So that's some levels I would be interested in. If anything, we reach up into here. So let's do a side by side view, like kind of same way I do with ES and NQ. So on the left is gold, on the right silver. So silver has a way to go before reaching these high here, and the same relative high on gold is way closer. So we could potentially see this get reached on gold, and silver makes a small retracement, minor retracement. But like I said, this all predicated on Sunday's open, if then scenarios, etc., etc. But this is just what I'm saying as the market is frozen right now. I did mention these lows are real smooth, but price will just have to show us aggressively moving lower for me to say, all right, we're going to take out these. But first thing first, I do want to see these highs taken. So we'll see how the week pans out for us. And let's go into NQ. So you see, I have this alert set. I do want to see these highs taken. Honestly, I would not be surprised if all-time highs were taken on NQ. But be mindful, ES is already trading all-time high. And when the market is trading higher, honestly, you don't want to pick the bottom. You don't want to pick the top. So I'm not here trying to predict the top or when we're going to reverse. Just being mindful of where we are currently. So with NQ, we're expecting this gap here on a daily. So anything above here, like I said, predicate on how we open later on today. I do want to see these highs taken. It's so smooth, and then potentially these highs here. This is a intermediate. This is a buy side. I'm gonna check. We're gonna check the news too to see what we have coming up for this week. What type of we're gonna have. But yeah, first thing first on NQ, I do want to see those highs taken. We had a strong move higher to start off this first week of the month. Yeah, and there's no need to overcomplicate this analysis, really. Anything, if we start trading below this gap, of course, then I'll start thinking about shorts. For right now, as I stand here today, I'm looking for higher prices, especially because, okay, this is a 4 hour. All right, so that's for NQ. These highs look like food. These all-time highs again on the yes. Like I said, I'm not here to pick the top of the market. We're just going with the flow of the market. If the market wants to go lower, it would definitely show us. And you just have to look at old price action and realize when the market wants to change direction, it will give you that indicator that, all right, we're changing directions. And it's up to you not to be hard-headed and ignore what the market's telling you. So you see, we respected this 4 hour gap right here. We cleared this gap. This gap's becoming an inversion. This 4 hour gap becomes an inversion. I would like that high to be taken. This is a 4 hour. So these are the levels to be mindful of. The levels that I'm mindful of. And these are some smooth lows on oil. This is all just one big mess, honestly, since this war started. All of this commotion. I would like to give analysis. Look how we trading. But yeah, I really don't have no immediate opinions. I really don't know how we're gonna trade. We could see these low swept and then go higher. Could see prices going lower depending on how the negotiations go with Iran. You know, things like that plays a role, but I'm not gonna get into that. Let's go to the dollar index. Yeah, it looks like dollar index. We cleared this low. Dollar index. This weekly fair value gap has formed. So you could potentially on these other pairs. So we have this immediate low, and then this one will be next as a potential targets. So we gotta be mindful once this clears. We gotta be mindful of any type of reversal, any potential reversal, because we could trade into this inefficiency here on the daily. So we just gotta be mindful of that. So that's all for this. Oh wow, this looks really good. These highs here. I might trade some euro dollar this week. Honestly, yeah, I might do it. I might do it. I might do it. Got this 4 cap. Yeah, so that's all the analysis I have. My overview for this week. Things are always subject to change, but that's what I'm seeing right now. Currently, as this market is frozen in time right now, and when we open up, more information will be given to us, and we'll see how to move from there accordingly. But I hope everybody's having a great weekend, good Sunday, and everybody has a good week moving forward. Love.